Hello everybody, ProtoFoxy here, coming back at you with another video, and we are back on the toy review table, and we are definitely looking at more and more authentic toys here because I've got Transformers authentic toys because I actually happen to enjoy the line fairly decently. We had a couple, we had a miss or so, but coming back in, we're going to be checking out some more authentics. This, for those who don't know, the Transformers authentic line is a budget-minded line for kids. It hits the Market 6 stores, such like Dollar General and Family Dollar and such like that. Pick them up with your pocket money, and sometimes you get some hits, sometimes you get some misses. This guy here is a bit middle of the road for me, just because I happen to like the character. This is Barricade. We are reviewing Transformers Authentics Bravo Assortment Barricade, and let's go ahead and take a look. He is a blue police car, which is, now this is based on the Evergreen design, which is basically for Barricade, taking, how do I describe it? Because it's not quite Generation 1, because we've had a Generation 1 Barricade now in the Siege and Earthrise toy line, but this more takes its hues from the what do you call it, the Last Night? Was it the Last Night? Yeah, I think it was the Last Night, maybe, that line. But yeah, and you'll see it more in robot mode. But he is a blue police car, which is a facsimile to a Mustang. Unfortunately here, as you can already see, some of the stuff doesn't line up, and we'll go ahead and talk about that in different parts of the review. But yeah, a lot of these panel lines, for some reason, just out of the package, don't line up, and no matter what I have done, it does not line up. We'll take a look at the underside of the car. You can kind of see how things work. Sparse paint apps. We got a golded out windshield. We got the light bar painted red, blue and white. We got the purple Decepticon symbol, which actually looks really good. We got a black crash bar up front, black wheels, nothing else really. The wheels themselves are on pins. This one is incredibly stiff, so he doesn't roll. Well, actually, believe it or not, it does roll pretty decently. So we get some rolling action out of him, in which he should. He is a car, but as you can see, my gripe in vehicle mode is that nothing really lines up real well, and no matter what you do, no matter how much you push, apply pressure, this and that, it just seems like these panel lines just do not want to line up. Comparison, and again, another upcoming Bravo review, we've got Authentics Bravo Ratchet. As you can kind of get the size comparison there, these guys are a little bit bigger than Core Class, so more along the lines of what the old basic line would be for your mainline Transformer stuff. Think Beast Wars like Rat Trap and stuff like that. So more along those lines, that size. But there we go. That is vehicle mode. Let's go ahead and get down into transformation. And here comes the fun part, folks, because this is another one of those similar to my previous review of RC where things may pop off, and they're made to pop off. First off, what you want to do is very gently, and I say gently as I'm sure, I think that might even be all the way out. No, it's not. All right, what we're going to do first, so I don't break anything on camera, you're going to separate the legs. You're going to go ahead, and the roof itself is on a hinge. So we do that. That frees up the legs and the feet. Now this panel spins around, not the entire thing, and that's probably why things don't line up the way they should. And there we go. We got the foot. This folds down to fill in the gap. Not too bad. Second verse, same as the first. And ball joint popped out. What a shock, what a shock, what a shock. Even though these ball joints are definitely a bit sturdier, a bit hardier than the previous RC review. So we got the legs done, sort of. We'll get them lined up in a bit. Now, I got to remember how to do this without breaking things. We do not want on-camera breakage because I like Barricade. I like Barricade. Come on. This is supposed to slide forward here. And, well then. Thank God that is on a peg. Let's, I'm sure that was unintentional. Let's just go ahead and take that off for now. That will be, there we go. So we get your nail under there. Go ahead and pop that back in there. Pegs back in. Thank God that I realized that that was a peg. Go ahead and bring these shoulder bits down like so. Go ahead and bring it up. And make sure we have everything in place. Roof goes up here to kind of collapse, create a small little backpack, but the backpack itself isn't too bad. And there we have, let's get him standing up. We have Barricade in robot mode. First off, let's get a look at the head sculpt. The head sculpt, like I said, is very similar to the last night. Now, he has a very tiny head, considering. Just rotational, not on a ball joint, so definitely 360s. These here, weird shoulder bits are on a ball joint. Does the full 360 and then pops off when you want it to, and when you don't want it to. Elbow is on a hinge, pin hinge. Nothing in the hands, of course. Nothing in the hands, nothing in the hands. We've got a ball joint for the knee, so he's got a pretty expressive knee. He's got a ball joint in the leg, so he can kick forward. He can go back that far with the backpack. His knees go about that far, but he does have full rotation, considering it is a ball joint. You flip this up, and this is also on a ball joint, and it rotates and does all that good stuff. So you can get some pretty expressive posing out of him, all things considered, and actually fairly, as he looks like he's derping as he's trying to stand. So let's fix that a little bit right there. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So got him standing fairly stable when he stands. He definitely, now some of the plastic on him, I will say, feels a bit flimsier than it should. Not quite knockoff quality, but definitely not mainline kind of stuff. This roof section here, backpack on the hinge, this kind of worries me. I would feel like maybe over time we would get stress cracks, this and that. Who knows? Fingers crossed that we don't lose him in time to stress fractures and all that good stuff. Straighten him out. Get a look at he does, have some pretty decent sculpted detail going on, which is pretty impressive considering the size and the price point. Again, sparse paint apps, his eyes are yellowed out. He's got some silver on his head. We got the Decepticon symbol on the chest there. A lot of molded gray plastic, but the molded in detail is actually fairly good. Now in robot mode, the panel lines not lining up is definitely not that big a deal, because obviously he is in robot mode. These, I would have felt better about maybe having some kind of other type of joint, hinge, whatever, to have the arms sit on, but that's what we got. Again, budget line, can't bitch too much about it. Let's go ahead and bring in, for comparison, again, Bravo assortment Ratchet. His review will be coming up soon, and you can see Ratchet stands bigger than Barricade, which probably would be a pretty accurate thing anyway, because Barricade was a smaller Decepticon. But as you can see, you get a look at that there. These again are more basic line size from like Beast Wars and stuff. Like I said, think Rat Trap, Pterosaur, that kind of thing. But yeah, all in all, now what to say about old Barry here, because as you guys know, aside from Galvatron, Barricade is probably one of my favorite Transformers, probably my #2 favorite Decepticon next to Galvatron. So of course I'm a sucker for Barricade. Any Barricade I can get my hand on, I'm going to. If you're a Barricade fan, I do suggest them, just because it is kind of neat to have an evergreen styled Barricade. Otherwise, this could be an easy pass. I mean, he's not great by any stretch. He's not terrible. He's definitely not RC level. His posability is pretty decent. This is a bit flimsy, but it's a backpack, so it's not too much to worry about. He has some pretty expressive articulation in the legs, which isn't too bad. He is pretty sturdy. The plastic, while feeling flimsier than it should, definitely doesn't feel brittle like a knockoff. It doesn't feel like it's going to break in my hands or anything like that. And as you can see, I've got ginormal freaking hands here, catcher's mitts, as I'm handling toys. And it's probably why we've had a couple of instances of on-screen breakage. But other than that, that's all that can be really said about old Barry here. What do y'all think? Drop it in the comments down below. Will you pick up Barricade? Will you pass on Barricade? He's definitely out there. Like I said, I'm a sucker for Barricade, so anytime a version of the character shows up, I will get my hands on him, within reason, of course. Some Barricades got to be pretty expensive because of availability. Looking at you, last night Barricade, that one cost me a couple of bucks, which I will definitely have to get on the review table soon. But all that said, if you're a fan of Barricade and you like the Authentics line, I would recommend them maybe. I mean, it's $5. I mean, you make the judgment call on your own there, but I dig him. I got him. He's not terrible. He isn't great, but I'm glad I got him in the collection. And with that, I will leave you all with this. If you liked the video, give it a like. If you did, shoot a subscribe my way. I greatly appreciate this, and I say this unto you. Be kind to yourself and your fellow human beings, because life is too short, so play on, and I will see you in the next video.